So that was cool. But Sean Penn said to me, he said, "Can I talk to you?" I said, "Yeah." He put his arm around me and he said, "You know, I have to tell you something." I was like, "What, Sean?" He said, "You have 2 weeks to cash in on this." I said, "What?" He said, 2 weeks to really cash in on this award now. I said, "Wait a minute, wait. You mean tell me, I've been doing this for 40 years, and this finally happens to me, you tell me I got 2 crummy weeks to cash in?" That's it. He was off by about a week. But I just remember that. Yeah, right. I got about a week. But it was just cool.
And did you fly home the very next day?
I did, yes. TMZ was there. Let's get that old guy that's getting on the airplane. And it was funny because, this is not something and they were at the airport waiting for anybody to get on a plane. And since my private jet was in the hangar, I had to go American Airlines. And they'd found me some other place too. And it was like so new to me. And they would not go away. And I was in line to go through the security. I can't believe I still wasn't standing in the line. But anyway, I had to. And the people in the line said, why don't you stand here, I'll talk. They were hiding us. So it was the sweetest, it was fabulous. It was great. It was great.
And you got home and had to put out the trash.
That night.
So you get home and like the whole thing looked on like a surreal experience?
Yeah, it still is a surreal experience. It was just bizarre. The morning I was nominated, I didn't think I was because I thought it was on at 8, and nobody called me, so I figured, that didn't happen. And 8:30, I got my father-in-law, not my father-in-law, my in-law, my wife's husband's father called me. He said, "Congratulations." I said, "For what?" And he said to me, "You asshole, you don't even know you're nominated?" "No, why am I?" He said, "Yes." Well, that's how it went.
And then it just started. Then they called. Then the phone never stopped.
The phone never stopped, and I had to do interviews, and I was getting calls from people I went to high school with, people I haven't heard from in 40 years, 30 years. And I finally said to the interviewer, my agent, and the publicist, I said, I got to take these calls. I want to talk to these people. And I talked to people who I haven't. That was for 3 days. My phone never stopped ringing. And it hasn't rung since. It all kind of balanced out. But I met people and talked to people who I haven't talked to since high school. It was great.
Just another about the night itself. You're sitting there. You said that no matter what it looked like on television, what did it look like?
Spectacular. It was spectacular. I think Danny Boyle said it when he got up. He said, "I know what it looks like on TV, but it was great." I mean, it was the work they put into it. What's his name? The host.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. He walked by me, and we had done an interview together. He walked in. He goes, "How am I doing?" "What are you, nuts? It's incredible." I mean, the amount of work. I suppose everybody feels that and everybody complains about the award shows. It's like this, I can't. But to be there and to be part of it.
What goes on during the commercial breaks?
Hugh Jackman hands out cookies and talks. People get up and run over to see each other. It's great. Everybody's running over to see people. I mean, there are people I hadn't seen in a while that you go run over and talk to, and then you come running back. And then there are people when you go to these award shows where they serve you food, they fill the seats, and they're not allowed to eat anything. And they're just like this. And you go, "So where are you from?" "I'm not supposed to talk." "I'm not going to turn you in." And she's not coming back, man. Have the salad. She's not coming back. Sit and have the salad. "Oh, I can't eat the salad. She's not coming back." She starts walking in.
So it was one of these breaks when Anthony Hopkins tapped you on the shoulder?
Anthony Hopkins, he tapped me on the shoulder. And he said to me, "Excuse me, my name is Tony Hopkins." "Yeah, I know you are." And he said, "I just love the movie, and I hear we're working together." I said, "Are we?" No idea. But I came back to my seat. I was out in the hall, and she said, "Tony Hopkins." My wife said, "Tony Hopkins just tapped me on the shoulder." I know. He spoke to me. I mean, you're a fan. You're still a fan. I mean, these guys are I just think he's amazing. So it was fun. It was more than fun.
All right, let's open it up. Let's just open it up. Anybody got questions? This is a good time to ask them. You can go ahead and pick the one you.
Two things. Where are you on the craft method continuum, and how do you keep it fresh the 20th and 30th take?
Where am I in the what continuum?
In terms of acting, method versus
Craft. Craft method. Okay. It's a good question. Do you teach acting? Do you teach acting?
I teach acting for family.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, well then I'll tell you. I think acting is an art. I think if you think of it as a craft, that's what it becomes. There's certainly skill involved in it, and there's technical things you have to do to be seen and heard. And, if you're not on your mark, they're going to see this. But as I was talking earlier, when I decided to be an actor, I saw Michael Caine in Alfie. And I thought to myself, how do you do that? And then when I really got serious, like every other actor, but it's true, I saw On the Waterfront. And I said, that's what I know I can't, but what is that? There's another level here that's happening. This is different. I think Spencer Tracy. It's just, so what you look for is beyond skill. It's a terrifying and yet freeing feeling. It's the opposite of the work ethic. It is letting go of control. And it takes forever to trust that, even though you know it works when you do it. It's the easiest thing and the most difficult thing. And I think it's the difference between a craft and an art. And it came about in my life when I started to bore myself as an actor. And I thought,
when was that?
That was probably about my 12th year on the stage as a professional. And I just said, if this is all it is, man, I'm not touching anybody. This is getting through. This is not why I became an actor. I became an actor because it was my way of connecting with people artistically. I couldn't write. I couldn't, that wasn't what I did. I wasn't a filmmaker, so I became an actor. And I had to go back and rethink what it is I was doing and what I loved when I saw other people do it. And, it's, sometimes it's a fight. You have to, sometimes, people don't want to hear that. Somebody asked me the other day, what do you look for in a director? I look for a director who watches as opposed to looking for something. A director who's looking for something, and you give it to that person, he'll say, great performance. It has nothing to do with your performance. As Brando said, all your rehearsal and all your practice and all of your study and all your minutiae that you work into that close-up, and when you do it, the audience goes away, and they don't know why. But it is the opposite of the work ethic. It is freeing. It is trusting. It is jumping off a cliff is what it is. Easier said than done, but that's how I think of myself. Every clue that I get for a part is on the page. Everything comes from the page. I don't write backstories. It's all there on the page. That's where your character is. And that's where you go back to constantly and look for things and find things. And then when you stop trying and forget about it, things come to you that happen. Happy accidents, we call them. I mean, that's what you're looking for in a movie. And you're looking for a director who sees that and says, ooh, look where we're going here. What if we did this? I think there's a moment in The Visitor when I put the letter up. And I was looking in his eyes, and he was reading the letter, and I couldn't look at him, and I had to turn away. And Tom saw me, and he said, what do you see? And he put a little baby and a woman, the baby touching her father's hand on the glass. And that's what I'm looking at while he's reading his letter, which came from a director who was watching.